In a bid to empower people living with disabilities in Nigeria, ensure safe spaces are created in the civic space and also engage government in reviewing policies and programs that empower citizens. Stakeholders have invested €3 million in a state of the art project. Our correspondent Mevisako tells us more.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs Netherlands is funding a project titled Voice Campaign, which is currently implemented in 10 countries. This project, which involves grants, is targeted at empowering youth in Nigeria to use their voices, skills in a non-violent and less confrontational way to pass messages to authorities.
COVID exposed a lot of inequalities in Nigeria, the way we do things, the way we approach things. It also exposed a lot of lack of transparency and accountability on the part of state actors. And so this grant is all about mobilizing Nigerians, young people, because with these two situations, we find out that the young people are those who bear the brunt most. And so we don't want them to just engage in going to the streets to protest. We want them to use their skills, their voice, anything they have in a non-violent and less confrontational way to, speak to the government, to speak to the authorities and say, we don't want things going this way. This is how we want to do it.
The project, which is also the state-of-the-art project, targets sexual gender-based violence, empowering people living with disabilities and engaging government in reviewing policies and programs that empower citizens.
With the spike in sexual and gender-based violence, a lot of organizations invest more in women. But for us, we believe that for us to reduce sexual and gender-based violence, we need to engage boys and men in ensuring that men and boys become he for she's. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll be doing outreaches in marketplaces. We'll be going to motor park, because if you look at data, these are places where women are being harassed and intimidated, in some cases even raped. So we want to ensure marketplaces, we want to ensure that motor parks become safe space for women. And I believe that if we have boys and men who embrace he for she, we would end sexual and gender-based violence, because these issues are being perpetrated by men and boys, and we believe if we invest in men and boys and change their mindsets towards women.
People with disability, basically, again, within this period, we saw a lot of things happening within the aviation industry. We saw how many of them were treated. In fact, some of the reports we are getting is that sometimes, because the things needed, the tools or devices needed to support their travel are not available, they could cancel their flight. Now, not all flights will be cancelled, but specifically for people with disability, yes. And so we feel that's discriminatory. And so this project is basically it's called Access for All.
Also, people living with disabilities who are beneficiaries of this program have their voices brought to the front burner.
For me to be here today is a great honor, because truly, according to the voice franchise, it is nothing about us without us. And they keep to that word, nothing about us without us. Do you all agree? Persons with disabilities, and I'm sure with the new grantees, there are also persons with disabilities. So I'm welcoming you on board, because when we were implementing our own grant, we saw a lot of things we did it by ourselves. Voice did not mandate us to do things. And so it's something like we're doing our own thing, but having that platform through voice.
I want to empower people with disabilities and also promote youths, because youths in Nigeria are not really heard. So I want to use the arts to do that. I think that they should be more active in taking action with things like this. I think they should work more with youths and people with disabilities and people in the community more. It's not just a title, it's work. There's work to be done in Nigeria.
Today, society has seen changing accepting that people living with disability have the ability to contribute towards nation building. Hence the need to engage state actors, lawmakers, local authorities in addressing the changes Nigerians desire for the country. From Abuja, Mavis Ako, KAFTAN TV News.